Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ty Sheree, and on this channel, we will be focusing mostly on budgeting, saving, and paying off debt. So today, I am doing my July budget for the month. I normally will be doing paycheck to paycheck budget, but I still like to do an overall monthly budget so that I can put away from each check. So my monthly, what I make, I'm paid bi-weekly, and my salary doesn't change. I make the same amount every 2 weeks. Only if I miss a day or if I go home early will this amount change. So after my 401k, after some deposits that I have that goes into my kids' savings, this is normally what I will bring home is 2348. So here I have other. Other would be any money that I know may be coming in, whether it's a refund from something, a gift from someone. I do a few different apps that I can earn money on. So I would also use put that amount here because some of the apps they pay in gift cards, but I would use that money instead of putting money in a few of my envelopes, I would use the gift cards instead. So for now, I'm going to leave that at 0, and I'm just going to put my total at 2348. Okay, so first I have my bill account, which is on auto pay. Most of these are on auto pay. From my check, I do have my direct deposit go into 3 or 4 different accounts. I have my bill account money goes into, I have where my auto loan comes from. From my check, it goes straight to that account. I have my ally account, which is my sinking funds, and I also have my spend account, which is mostly what I take out in cash for my envelopes and for weekly spending items. So first I have my portion of the rent, which is $365. And yes, I am married, so my husband does pay on these bills as well. This budget is just how much I spend on our bills and expenses. Next, I have electric. I'm going to put 40. I still have money in there, but I know our next bill may be high because I'm up north in Michigan and it's very hot up here right now. So our air has been on and I'm not mad about it. I'm comfortable. So next I have my phone. It's $90, but I'm going to put 95. I'm trying to build a little buffer in there now that my phone bill is higher. I am going to skip over debt and go straight to gym. And actually, I do know how much I'm going to spend on debt. So for debt, last month I sought out to pay off my Chase card. And unfortunately, I did not get a chance to pay it all the way off. I did pay about $900 of it, and I have $75 left over to pay. So I will be paying $75 for Chase, and I also will be putting money towards my Discover card, which is interest free right now, and which will also be the next card that I will be focusing on. So for debt, I'm going to put 140. So 75 of that will go towards Chase, and the other 60 to 65 will go towards my payment for Discover. Okay. So I'm going to skip over. I'll add that total up later. My auto loan is $295, but I put $310 on there each month. So I'm going to subtract $310. My ally account, I'm putting $280 this month towards that account. That account holds about 10 to 11 sinking funds that I use, and I will come back and fill in what categories that I'm going to fund for this month. Each month, I try to look at what's coming up and I pick which sinking funds it makes sense to fund for the month. So I'll come back to that. Last, I have my Did I subtract the 280? I don't think I subtract the 280. So minus 280. Okay, that looks correct. So I have $1,108 left. My tithe is $235, and that is just 10% of what I make. So I'm going to subtract that. I used to be very consistent with paying my tithes. I kind of fell off last year with not being consistent, but now I am back to it. For groceries, I'm going to budget $200. My husband has been carrying the load of groceries, but my small $200 contribution does help. So $200 left for that. For gas, I'm going to say about $165. So I got $508 left for my envelopes, which is okay. I can't wait to be able to stuff more. So let me go back and total this up. So for rent, I have $365 plus 40 plus 95 plus 140. Okay, that came up to $650. Next, I'm going to add up this for my cash. And that came up to $1,108. So this is what my budget is looking like for the month. I'm hoping to just split everything in half, and I only get 2 paychecks in July, so just to split everything in half and bi-weekly pay that amount. I love that my job allows us to go in on our own. I can log in from home. I can change my direct deposit as much as I want. So I like to do it at the beginning of the month because these amounts change. So what I'll do tonight is I'll go in and change for my July checks for this amount to go into my bills account. So $650 will automatically go into my bills account, so I don't have to do anything. I'll make it so that $310 goes into my auto, and so that $280 goes into my ally, and $1,108 goes into my spend account. Of course, I will just have to split all these in half because it goes by check. But I love that I can do that. It makes it so easy for me to be able to change it every month or every check if I wanted to. So no, I don't have to go through my HR department. I don't have to go through my supervisor. I'm able to log in myself and change these numbers as much as I want, and I love that for me. So for my ally, what I'm going to focus on this month is my car premium. That is going to get $80. So let me go ahead and do 280 minus the 80, 200. So me and my husband, we pay our car insurance through Progressive, and we pay that every 6 months. And I believe our 6 months will be up in September, I want to say. And I already have money in there. So right now I just do anything from $60 to $100 is what I add in there. So that'll be 80. Next is my life insurance. I pay that every 3 months. So I pay $40 to $45 a month. It comes out to be about $125, $130 every 3 months. I've had this life insurance policy since before my son was born. So maybe the last 13, 14 years. So it's not that much. I got it when I was young. When I had my son, I got it, and I was a young mom. So I got that life insurance policy because my mom she doesn't play about life insurance, and it's very important to have. And that's been instilled in me. So I've made sure to keep those payments for me and my son. My husband has life insurance as well, but his comes out of his account. So I'm going to subtract 40. And then last, I'm just going to do 3. Last is going to be, I have a sinking fund that says Kids B-Day. So my kids' birthdays, we don't do parties every year. We do parties for certain birthdays. We still do celebrate them every year, but we don't have a big party every year for each child. I did that with my son when he was younger, and he barely remembers any of the birthdays before 6 years old, and he had big parties. So me and my husband said, you know what, we will still treat them special that day, go out, they'll still get gifts, but we won't do a full birthday party. All of my kids' birthdays are at the end of the year, so we have August, October, and December. My daughter is first. She didn't have a party last year, but she is having a full-blown mermaid party this year. So I'm going to add that 160 to the birthday fund. I already have money in there, but I'm going to add more this month because her birthday is the beginning of August. So that takes care of my ally. For my cash envelopes, I also like to look at what's coming up, and that determines which envelope is going to get funds. As I've said before, I'm in a wedding at the end of August. So I'm definitely going to be stuffing the wedding envelope. I'm also helping with her bridal shower. So whatever game I'm doing, I believe I have to buy gifts for it. So putting money in the envelope, I'm going to do 200 just because I want to get mostly everything this month. Next, I'm going to do my car maintenance. I've had my car for about 3 years and I haven't had to get much of anything done to it. So I know something's coming. So I've been stuffing it little at a time. I'm going to do $30 in there. Next, I have me. That's a new category. But I don't buy a lot of things, but I just like to add myself to the list because as moms, we will add everyone and everything and every event to our list but ourselves, and I'm guilty of that. So for me, I want to give myself $50 this month. And it's really nothing that I want to buy, but if I do, I have $50 to use. Next, I'm going to take away $30 for my kids. They all have envelopes, which I put money in just for things that they may need. So I'll probably do $10 each into that. That's 30. Next, I have household, and that's cleaning supplies and things like that. I'll just do 20 for the month. And again, my husband buys a lot of these things, so I don't have to put as much in these envelopes. So that's why the numbers are so low. Next, I have gifts. I'm going to stuff that envelope. My brother has a birthday at the end of the month, and so does my aunt. So I'm just going to add $50 to that envelope. I'm not sure what I'm getting them, but I have funds in there. I'll just split it for each person. Next, I have daycare. And this is for my daughter's snacks and diapers, just things she needs for daycare. I'm going to put 40 in there. Okay, and next I have my kids' activities. And that's going to be my daughter's swim class and any sport activities my son may want to start this fall. So I've been stuffing this envelope, and I'm just going to put that 88. I'm going to put $85 in there. I have $3 left over. Oops, sorry, the camera moved. I have $3 left over, and I do have a $1 envelope. And I put all my extra ones in there, and then at the end of the month, I use that money towards whatever I want to use it towards. It could go towards gas, it could go towards groceries, it can go towards me. It's just extra money. So until I'm able to start saving challenges, which I really want to start, but I really got to get that credit card done first. Until I can do saving challenges, that is another way that I just put a little bit of money aside. At the end of the month, it really gives me about, maybe I'll have $15 to $25 in there, which is fine. So this is my budget for July. I'm on to a good start with this debt payoff, Chase will be paid off, and then I will be sitting down looking at whatever debts I have left and organizing and figuring out what my plan will be on what I want to pay next, or if I want to focus on adding money to my emergency savings in my envelopes for the month. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please put them below. I've seen some of your comments, and I thank you guys for even taking the time out of your day to comment on a stranger's video. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that views or watches, and anyone else that's on this journey of saving and paying off debt as well, and just organizing your money. There's so many people that don't even know how to sit down and organize their bills and their finances. So I love that so many people are into budgeting and planning and saving. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe so you can just follow this journey. My future videos will be focusing on saving for my emergency fund or my month ahead fund. I will also be doing a video about my debt that I have left over. And I will also be adding a video on how I also budget my child support. I do receive child support for my eldest son, and I've seen a few videos on people doing that. Some people don't put that out there. They don't want everyone in their business. But I think it's important to know how to budget that outside of your regular income. So I will be doing a video budgeting my child support that I get and showing where that money goes and how I use it. So again, thank you guys for watching, and have a good holiday. Have a great long weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.